Hi, guys. How are you today? Thank you so much for being here. I know that we are a little bit last minute. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get it in or not. So I'm glad that I was able to. So, hi, Benita. Hi, Tamara. Thank you guys so much for being here. Um, so, I just thought it would be fun to do like a little bit of a scene card. Um, yeah, so usually I am on the Honeybee channel on Wednesday. But because Honeybee is having like a little special release, I will actually be live on their channel this evening. So that kind of freed up my day a little bit. And so I thought that I would be able to sneak in another one and still kind of spend time with you guys, right? Okay. So I'm going to put me down in the bottom. I'm still here. I'm just down in the bottom. Hi, Susan. Hi, Melissa. So these are, I think these are really adorable. And I did like a little bee card with their newest release. And this is like a mix of new and old. But look at these little critters. So they have the little critters in the die form and in the stamp form. I'm only going to be using the stamps for the sentiment. They do have coordinating dies, but if you're a stamper, this is an option. I'm going to be using the dies today to build my little scene. And then so I've pulled out the grass border. These are actually snowy hills, but like we're going to use them as green hills because it's almost summer, y'all. And then I pulled out these florals. So we're going to play a little bit with scale. I thought that the scene would be really cute if it had like these really large flowers and then like these little smaller little, like, I don't know what we're going to do, a ladybug or a caterpillar or something. I'm not 100% positive what I'm married to here yet. But I just thought that that would be really fun. And this one is winter foliage, but we don't care because we're going to make these flowers whatever color we want. So I'm going to pull out my scrap bucket so that I can pick some colors. It's enormous, this scrap bucket. Does anybody else have this size of scrap bucket? It's not just me, right? Like, it's not just me. All right. So I'm just going to pull out some like summer, spring colors, springish summer colors. And pink. There's a lighter pink in here too. That might be nice. So how is everybody's week going? What is your channel name? Oh, that's for Benita. Is it under a pile of papers? Is that your channel name? This is a little beat up, but we're going to use it anyway. And I think we might need more green. I might actually have to get out a regular. Well, will I? Or will I just use a different green? Maybe we'll just use a different green. Another orange. I'm not really a red fan. Anybody else? Like, my husband's favorite color is red. And I'm like, I could take it or leave it. So, I think I have some more purple back here. This is Lilac Blossom from Spellbinders. Apparently I use that a lot, which is weird because I'm not even that big of a purple fan, but a little bit of yellow maybe. What? So we're going to have our flowers. We have colors for that. Our greenery. We'll do some ink blending for the sky. And then we need colors for our actual critters. So what kind of critters are we thinking here? I think maybe I want to do maybe the dragonfly and the snail? Or do you guys want to see the caterpillar? What do you guys think? Give me your opinion in the comments. There's also a bee. We could do like a bee and a caterpillar or a little ladybug. I do like the idea of the dragonfly, like up top on top of the card. Or a bee, something flying. We need something in the sky to balance out our bottom scene. I feel like these two are pretty similarly matched. So maybe we'll do those. And then we could make its little shell fun. Dragonfly for sure. Okay, Lori, I like where we're at. Caterpillar for sure. Okay, so we do a dragonfly and a caterpillar. I'm down for that. Okay, so our caterpillar will also be green. The dragonfly, we can make any color we want. So I do have 2 greens already. Let me just pull out that one. All right, so then I think we're good. I think we have enough little scrappies to do. Right? Caterpillars are green, right? What other color will we do a caterpillar? Would we do a caterpillar another color? Should I Google caterpillars? I feel like they're always green with little black spots, right? Surely that is what caterpillars look like. I couldn't possibly just be making that up. No. There. Oh, that one's red and fuzzy. That's different. But mostly green and yellow with black spots. Okay, we can work with that. That one has horns. Weird. I feel like there's a lot of different types of caterpillars. Caterpillars are orange and black. See, that's so funny because a rainbow cat. Now, Sherry, you stop it. A rainbow caterpillar. Yes. Yes, ma'am. Stop it. I have to go back to my bucket. I never even thought about that. That is brilliant. A rainbow caterpillar. I love it. Okay, so we've got, I'm not going to do red because red. Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. How many spotty spots are on my caterpillar? That is important. Okay. Pink, orange, yellow, green, blue, violet. Perfect. I just need a blue. Now, you know, my favorite blue right now is this Cosmic Sky from Spellbinders, but I don't need a lot. I just need a smidge. There it is. Okay. I love Lori for the win with the rainbow caterpillar. That's fantastic. All right, so let's start pulling our dies out. Any excuse to use a rainbow, honestly. Literally any excuse. Okay. So it was 80 yesterday. Today, it is 78. Tomorrow, I think it's supposed to go down to 70. Tomorrow's Peanut's last day of school. So tomorrow is field day, of which we will both be at the school. Him all day, me for only as long as I'm volunteering. Last year, I could not volunteer for field day because that's actually my mom's funeral was that day. So let's pick our flowers. These are daffodils. I was worried they wouldn't be large enough, but I'm thinking maybe if I use just the big, maybe I could just switch up between the two of these. I need the big ones. That's with scale. Oh, off to the big screen. Because we need a scale, we need the flowers that are large enough that it's going to look like it's oversized, like Honey, I Shrunk the Kids type situation. Or what was that other Disney movie? Ants. Like that's what I'm picturing in my head. But anyway, so it's supposed to get cooler. And then his birthday party, I know his birthday was already last week, but his actual party is this Saturday because the way that we're split, if I have him on Thursday and Friday, then my ex-husband has him on Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So last week I had him on his actual birthday on Friday, and then he went to his dad's Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So we either had to go with the 17th, which was the Saturday before his birthday, or we had to go with the 30th. He chose the 30th. So, which is fine with me. I mean, I don't care one way or the other. All right. I think we're just going to go. This is, I think, supposed to be a berry, but I don't care. I'm going to use it as the center of the flower. That'll get the job done. Okay. And then we're going to do different leaves, I think. Do we do? Yeah, let's do different leaves. We'll do these ones. Because there's two that match. Like, I don't mind these ones, but there's only one. And I got to think about how much I have to die cut, because I don't like it. Oh, got to keep it real. Got to keep it real. All right. So then this is I'm going to use this as my hills. Do you guys like scene cards? I'm going to have a class coming up that's scenes. I'll be announcing that in the next couple of days. I think I'm going to go. I think I'm going to go with this one. That's the 2. Okay. And then I have always loved a scene card. Clean and simple cards and scene cards have been my OG from the beginning. Like, I love them. All right. So, caterpillar. Caterpillar. And then, of course, we'll need a face. And then dragonfly. And this is the dragonfly wings so that you could layer them. I guess we could do these. You made a Smurf village? I love that. Oh my gosh, I have not thought about Smurfs in a very long time. I love scene cards. I think they're so fun. All right, I'm just popping off some faces to put on our happy little caterpillar and our happy little dragonfly. Should we do a bee also? Or should we do... All right, let me think this out. Let me think that I need this is not the correct size. Stand by. Let me cut this. You guys know I have to visualize. I need to lay it out so that I can see it. Because sometimes in my head, I don't get the size of the dies right, and then I overstuff it. All right, so the idea here is dragonfly, flowers, flowers. See, look at we already don't have enough room. Caterpillar. Yeah, I don't need anything else on this. I don't need anything else on this card. All right, so how are we going to make this work? I need the flowers to be big. All right, we might have to switch to the bee. The dragonfly might be too big. Let's try it this way and see if that's any better. No, because the idea is for these flowers to be huge. So my little caterpillar will be small. I don't think we're going to have room for even a bee, y'all. Well, maybe I could put him there. Maybe I should make a 5 by, yep, there it is, Susan. Maybe I should make a 5x7 card. Susan was already like, girl, you need a bigger card. All right. What is this? This is 4 1/4. All right. Let me cut this at 5. And then, look at, I never take my arm out. The little arm on my, it's probably locked in there. I never take it out, so I don't even know how to unlock it. Anybody else have this cutter? Oh, there it is. Got it. Okay. 7. Now, oh yeah, look how much more room that is. Now let's see what we got going on. Right. Hard on. Dragonfly. Flowers. Flowers. Caterpillar. Oh yeah, see, this is much better. This is how I kind of foresaw it. So I do want them to be a little bit staggered for balance. Dragonfly, caterpillar. We have a nice kind of diagonal. And then I don't think we're going to need any other things because we're going to have the hill back here, the grass is up here, the flowers, yeah, I think we're good. I don't think we should try squeezing anything else in. All right. A 5x7. Look at us. Hi, Julie. Can you put the grass down and make the flowers go off the top for size? Tomorrow, that would have been a great idea if I wasn't going to do that 5x7. I think that would have helped set the scene for a regular A2 size card. Okay. So now this one is the one that cuts out all of the pieces. So we're going to have to cut out. Let me figure out what greens I have here because I've just pulled out a bunch. So that I can determine what I have of my scraps that I can use. So this one is I think we do the hill out of the darkest one in the background. I think that would be good. Okay. How high up is that going to be? Not high enough. Maybe we'll have to do two layers. Okay. We might need a second hill, but that's okay. Thankfully, there's a bunch in the set, so I can just pick out another one. Because I need to be able to make sure it's going to be high enough. So there's that one. And then this is the next darkest green, so I think that makes sense. And we'll do this one up here. Oh, hi, Brandon. There isn't on the Honeybee channel. But there is over here using some adorable, pretty pink posh. All right, now. I'm going to do the grass. Is this wide enough? No, I could use that one. Okay. So I'm going to do the grass out of this one. I think this is Sprout from Concord 9th, but I'll have to double check. Oh, Sherry's in Nashville for a crafty retreat. Oh yeah, it's probably the Nashville craft retreat going on this week. That makes sense because it was always the last. Like the first year that I went down there to teach, I ran into the issue where it was like Nathan's last day of school, so I literally flew out the evening of his last day of school. Okay, so this is the base. What do we want? Oh no, because the base is going to be his little feet and his little legs. So I need like a gray or something. Something neutral. And I'll need a piece for the dragonfly body as well. Don't act like there ain't no neutrals in this bucket. Where are you hiding? There we go. Okay. So we'll do this for the base of the body and for the base of this body so that they match. And then, of course, we'll have to cut them again out of colored cardstock. I used my first Pretty Pink Pouch set, a teacup shaker. It was too cute. Their shakers are great. They really are. I did the beehive shaker as part of their YouTube hop, and I loved that one. I think I have another one that's in the pile that I have not used yet, but it's on my radar. Okay, so this is my base. These little rainbow colors are going to be what we do the rest of this out of. So we need to figure out these. See, now I told you I had all these greens picked out, but like I don't really have that many greens left now. I think I got to go back to the bucket. Guys, back to the bucket again. I might have to, with as many as I need, I might have to just admit defeat and cut a fresh piece. You know how I hate that. All right. This is, okay, what do I have here? This is Rainforest and Fern. Where is, I have Peridot, I think would be a lighter green. Let me, no? What's this? No? Is it over here? No? Oh, I got too much cardstock. I don't think either one of these has it, does it? I don't think it does, which is crazy because I'm pretty sure that's one of the colors that they... All right, well, just got to move on. Find another one. I'll just have to take it out of here. Yep, there's it there. That's the color. Okay. So, no, I don't want that to be. Why am I thinking that? I should have gone with the rain. I should have gone with the rainforest because then I'll have a little bit of contrast. Or should I go with the darkest color? How many greens do I own? So you're going to have the dark green, the medium green, the light green for the grass. It's going to be against all of those. Maybe we should go with a teal so it sticks out. Like a blue-green. Let's try that. I'm just going to go. Yeah, let's go with that. Okay. Sorry, I'm having an issue making a decision. Okay. So I'm just going to cut this in half so it'll fit through my... Hello. There we go. So if I'm going to do teal... If I'm going to do teal leaves, then I'm going to do orange and yellow flowers. Can I put this on here? This little flute. Oh, party foul. I may be back to just the daffodils. No, it'll be fine. We'll do pink and orange. That'll be fine. Okay. So this little guy, we're going to cut out a bunch. No, him is the base. Him is the base? Oh, I mixed these up. I'm glad I double checked. Because this is the one that cuts out all the individual pieces. This is the base that we need. Okay. Oh, Barbara, I'm sorry. Work is a bummer. Okay. Now, there. Then we'll do this flower out of orange and tape this down. And then we'll do this flower out of pink or purple. Let's go pink. Okay. And then I'm going to do my first, because his head is going to be pink. I'm going to let it hang off like this. I hate wasting cardstock, especially colored cardstock. So I don't want to lay it where it's cutting out the whole caterpillar when I really only need his head. Okay. It does, yeah, Barbara, it does. And we all got to pay our bills and support our hobbies. I don't think we're going to need that one. And we'll do a purple dragonfly, maybe? What did I do with my dragonfly? There's my dragonfly wings. What did I do with my dragonfly? This is just like story of my life. Oh, he's over there already on the gray paper. So we'll cut him out of purple. I can do the wings. One set of wings out of purple already. That'll be good. And actually, if I position them, this is how lazy I am when it comes to die cutting. If I position these next to each other, I can get the tail end of my at the same time. I'll just have to keep that in mind. All right, and then we decided on teal. Am I mixing that up? I think I am. and yellow. It's yellow and then orange for a daffodil, isn't it? Oh, Dawn, you just got the bugs. That's fun. This is the different flower. This is the daffodil. I got to switch these. It's a yellow daffodil. And then the orange center. Am I out of predetermined tapes? No. All right. So that's that. We're not doing the bee. These are my little faces. This is the center. I guess we'll make them both orange. We'll make both the centers orange. Okay. And then my greenery. And the other ones, we'll just have to, like, we'll just move through and cut them on the different body parts that we need. Okay. And these are my little faces. I'm just going to set them to the side until I have heads to cut them out of. Let's get my die cutter. Okay. Oh, I guess I could clean off the debris. Do you guys clean as you go? Like as you're creating? Do you clean as you go? I do not. Also, I need a sip of coffee. Try not to slurp in your ear. My husband says I'm a slurper. I need to clean out my bucket from the last round of die cutting. And I don't typically pitch them. Like the ones that are useful, I save. And then I put in my daughter's bucket for her to glue onto her cards. Because they're already done, so why shouldn't she have them? Hi, Denise. Oh, thank you for being so concerned about me, Denise and Susan. I know you guys were worried about me because of the email, but it was just the wording by their advertiser, so no big deal. It will be me tonight on the live. Boop. All right, there we go. No cleanup after I finish the product. Always start with a clean desktop. Eleanor, you never cease to impress me. Dawn, I'm with you. I am crafting on a 12-inch area. If you could see the outside, the perimeter, whew, the perimeter is bricked up. A lot of stuff happening in the perimeter. Okay, and I'm going to cut 2 more of these. What's clean, Denise? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what clean is. I have, all right. Do you guys watch Reels? Do you watch Reels or Shorts? I'm not on the TikToks. I don't watch the TikToks, but since everybody is doing multiple platforms now, I don't need to watch the TikToks in order to lose all of my productivity and get sucked into the reels. What time is live? It's 8 o'clock, Julie. So that gives me enough for 4 flowers, and they're barely fit to. So that way I can have some hang off the edge to like really let our scene kind of show through. So I'm just going to lay these over here until, in case I need them again. Okay, so anyway, with the reels, my husband had not heard the song, but it's been in my head for days and days and days and days now. It's the Puerto Rico song. Have you guys heard the Puerto Rico song? I cannot stop singing the Puerto Rico song. Oh, Brandon, yeah, my craft room bothers Eric to no end. I just tell him to stay out of it. Like, what goes on in here ain't none of your business, sir. Just stay out. Yeah, no, I am alive and well. I think it was just poor wording on the part of the. I'm going to move this over. Now it's not going to work. You have to go with the purple so I can do a twofer. So let me put this back in here. Okay. Oh my, Brandon! somebody else has heard the song. My husband was like, Kelly, you're a crazy person. I have never heard this. And then Dawn was like, I don't understand the appeal. And meanwhile, I'm over here like rocking out to the Puerto Rico song. Okay. Dude, I didn't want to do just tourist stuff. I'm telling you, it is a bop. It is stuck in my head. Oh, and I cannot get rid of it. Okay. There's our bases. Oh, dropped it. Okay. And I'm going to cut another one of these. I'm done with the grays. Exactly. Like, oh my gosh. Denise. You have got to hear it. I understand that it's not that appealing for everybody, but for this girl, I was pretty much a fan from the word go. I actually saw a reel that said, like, check on your ADHD friends because since this song come out, they have gotten nothing done. And I was like, honestly, not inaccurate. Okay. So we're going to do that one. This one, we're going to come back over here and put this here. Well, I will if it'll fit. Can we get a diagonal? How am I going to make this work? How do I fit you on one sheet? I don't. We got to move to a bigger sheet. Oh, well, see, like now I'm going to have to post it on my Facebook page so you guys can all hear it. All right. Brandon, I feel like we have very similar algorithms because I think there was something else that we talked about that I was like, yes. And you were the only other person who had heard of it. All right. I just have to accept that the pink and the purple are not happening. Oh, I am very excited that tomorrow is the last day of school. I'm excited for him and I'm excited for me. Yesterday was Caitlin's last day of dance. And like, I love taking her to dance, and I so enjoy that she enjoys dance, and her recital is still coming up. But as far as like classes go, we are now done. We are done with dance, which thrills me because now I can have my Tuesdays back. I don't mind taking my kids to places. I don't. But it's nice. Like, we've been going to dance since last June. Yeah, you can't link unless you're a moderator. I don't friend crafter people on my Facebook. My political stances would drive too many people away, keeping crafting separate from that. Oh, I meant on my crafting Facebook page, on my Kelly Taylor Cards page, not on my regular Facebook. I don't typically friend people on my regular Facebook. Okay. Let's see what else we can fit in here. But anyway, I'm glad to have a little break from that. Though my son has showed some interest in maybe doing. I'm Googling and listening now. Bonita, you're in. I'm telling you. He has showed some interest in possibly doing jujitsu. So we might be picking up another thing, but I mean, it's okay. I just need a little bit of a break. Like last summer, he did guitar, and he had guitar and band practice, and Caitlin had dance and swim, and then she continued. Sorry. Then she continued with the dance, and there have been a lot happening for us lately. This didn't cut as well as I would have liked, so I'm just gonna switch it. Yeah, see, it's like I just need a little bit of a break. We don't have to get crazy. Just a smidge of a break. Where we can just like hang out and go swimming and grill and just be a little bit more chill than what we are the rest of the year. Thank you thank you guys for the blessings. So yeah, she has her recital. This coming weekend is Nathan's birthday, and then next week is her recital, and then I think that's it for activities. God bless America. Pills. All right. I'm just gonna red, pink, orange, yellow, green, so we can at least knock those two. No, I'm cutting it out of the hill part. Lord have mercy. Can you imagine if I just had this gigantic hole in the hill? All right. Pink, orange, yellow, green. There we go. And let me take you down on this side. At least I'm getting 2 for 1, I guess. Oh, now I gotta move it over because I didn't have it fit. There we go. Okay. You get a break when they're old enough to drive, and then you never see them. My 4 boys took karate lessons and proceeded to practice round kicks on their brothers off the trampoline. 3 ER visits that summer. Oh no. Well, we're actually thinking about putting both of them in jiu-jitsu because my daughter is a feral cat, y'all. She very, very, very much likes, like, she'll be talking to her brother and be like, you want to fight? Like, no, baby, we don't fight. We don't be doing that. We don't be fighting. And she's like, do we though? That second born, man, they're wild. Wild, wild, wild. So anyway, we're thinking about putting them both in there. Okay. Here's our other hill. This can come off. We're going to do our second pink flower. And we're going to knock out the rest of our colors of our rainbow caterpillar. I probably should have just done it white and colored them. That would have been a more efficient way to do my rainbow caterpillar, but I didn't, and now decisions were made. Okay. Can I get like just a little, I don't want to have to run it through 86 times. Can I just put this little piece of purple on the end there? Like here. Okay. And then tape it. Maybe that'll work out. She's going to be a leader. I'm sure you've heard the saying, like she's either going to be a leader who changes the world or the leader of a prison gang. That's my child. She is the other day. She likes to, we don't watch TV while we're eating. I got one card from the class done. Kelly, I don't have a perfect pearls. Can I cheat and use a glitter brush? Yeah, absolutely. I know, Susan. Thank you for encouraging me. But anyway, so we don't watch TV, but we do like let them leave it on in the background as long as she is eating. We don't give her too hard of a time about listening because she likes to listen to the music and the songs. Because that's mostly what we watch, honestly. So she leans over into her dad so she can try to see like the corner of the TV. And Eric is always, they sit next to each other at the table. And Kate, just to be clear, before I tell this story, Caitlin picks where she wants to sit. Okay. Sometimes she wants to sit next to mommy. Sometimes she wants to sit next to daddy. She picks the seat. And so she keeps leaning into Eric and he gets aggravated with it. Because he doesn't want her in his personal space while he's eating, which I can understand. So he keeps like scolding her, like sit up, get in your own seat, sit up. Like, he's like, he goes, I don't want you in my personal space. And then she turns around and looks at him and goes, then you shouldn't have sat next to me. Like, I about fell out in the floor. I was cracking up laughing. And I'm like, well, she's not wrong. You did know where she picks her seat and then you choose if you sit next to her or not. Though she would have a fit if she wanted to sit next to him and then he moved. All right, purple, that's blue. And then this is yellow. All right. We always had set seats growing up. Yeah, no, I think you just naturally fall into as a household, I think you do just kind of naturally fall into like, this is my seat. This is where I always sit. Like Nathan never moves his seat. He likes, like, that's his seat. That's where he sits. So I do think naturally as a household, you do fall into kind of those things. So I think we have all the body parts now. Sounds very Frankenstein. But I do think we have all the sections of the caterpillar cut. Okay. I swear to you, if I did all of the die cutting before my lives would be like a half an hour long. Because there would just be like, that's what takes the longest part, which is probably why I like it the least. All right. There it is. I need Where's my blue one? Is it over here somewhere? Did my child take it? Did I leave it in a photo? No, I don't know where it is. All right, well, guess we're going to go with the next seasoned thing. That's an oxide that will not work. This won't work. Ish, I guess. That's not my seasoned one, but we're gonna go with what we have. I have no idea where the other one is. Where would I have put that? Did I put it in a drawer? No, I didn't. Okay, well, whatever. Oh yeah, I would 100% glue something. I'm sure of that. Okay. So for our sky, I do like to do a little bit of blue and a little bit of white. So it looks like there's kind of like some nice soft clouds. I feel like it adds interest. And this, I feel like using the salvage patina in between gives it like a nice softer blend into the white. That may or may not be true, but that's what I found that works for me, and I'm good with it. I don't even think you'll be able to see this down here. I think our greenery will be coming up, but just in case, I'll throw some over there. And then this one. Did you use blues during that class? Did you put stuff in a container for it? I did use blues, but I have since made things. Last week was a very busy week in the video. I still have stuff I haven't put up yet because I haven't edited it. It was a very heavy video week last week. Okay. All right. This is fine. It did what I needed it to do. I'll go back over it with the salvage patina and blend it out just to make sure it stays soft. But we're going to have a lot going on. This is just, as I like to say, a supporting actor in the background. I can feel my lunch lady arms moving, even though I have actively been trying to work out more and do more strength training. Okay. There we go. Okay, so here, let's just kind of get the lay of the land here. Hills. Hills. Grass. Caterpillar. Dragonfly. And then flowers. Flowers. I need to cut strips. I need to cut strips for my stems for the other flowers. Boop. But Denise, you're right. I do typically put stuff in a container and then I leave it so that it's all put together. In fact, I have another. If you guys haven't signed up for it, it's actually completely free. The Paper Escape. I'm teaching coloring. It's a coloring one that's free, or you can buy a VIP ticket. if you want like the extra things with the stamp set and all of that. But the actual class is free, and there's like 6 instructors. But anyway, I have one of those coming up, and I have all the stuff set aside for that. All right. Let me scoot this over so that this is in the middle, so that I can have a taller one over here. And that one's actually it's sponsored by Olo, I think. And then the yellow. And then this will also be yellow. Where shall I put the pink? I can't put the pink there. I gotta put the pink here. What is that class? It's in August. Lynn, LV Handcrafted is her like name online. She actually put the whole thing together. So I'll share the information again on my Kelly Taylor Cards Facebook page in case you're interested in that. Okay, I want this to be, this one's fine. I want this one to be a little bit taller, just so they're not at the identical height. This is a busy card for me. This is a lot going on. Okay. Let's cut that in half again. And then I'm going to have, like I said, I have that scene card coming, or that scene class coming up. That'll be in June. And then if you choose to get the honeybee kit, will I post it on my blog too? Yes, I will post it on my blog too. Girl, you know I don't be posting on my blog. I feel like it's a little too crowded. So let me scoot this guy over so he's just barely on there. And then I can scoot him over. And that'll kind of open it up a little bit, so it's not quite so congested. And then let this one hang off. Okay, I like that better. See how that just like adjusting the different heights and kind of scooting them out like changes how busy and chaotic it looks. So it does make a difference. All right. So then this little guy will need some leaves. Okay. Fill in that little greenery. Maybe I should. I think I might cut another like little layer of grass. We'll see. We'll see. Let's not put the cart before the horse. And then we'll tuck in some leaves over here to fill this area in. You get the idea. Okay, I think that should be good. I do think I am going to, you know what? Can I cheat the system? If I can find it, can I cheat the system and maybe just do, bye, Brandon. No, it's not going to match. Fine. You know how I feel about having to get the die cutter back out, but I'll just grab the Scout because it's just for one. Oh, hi, Melissa. All right. Okay. So yeah, I'm hoping to have, I'm trying to stay on top of the classes. Sometimes I'm good about it, sometimes I'm not, but I'm hoping to stay on top of them, keep them consistent. I had a survey at the end of one of the classes that you guys very generously spent your time filling out, and that was incredibly helpful. Yeah, I feel like that's going to help blend these in together. Like, doesn't that look better? Yeah, I do like that. Okay. So now let's start building our little guys. Okay. Coffee. Denise, it'll be there forever. Don't put so much pressure on yourself. It will be there. You can go back and you could do it multiple times. You could go back and revisit the techniques. That's the whole point of having them there, for you to be able to go back and visit. All right. So these don't need any putting together. Maybe some blending, but no putting together. All right. For this one, I'm actually not going to use this one as the base. So I'm going to trim off these wings because I want the body. I don't want the wings. So these little detail scissors, I'm telling you, priceless. So then that way I can use the purple as my base for my little wings. And then I can put my body on top there. And then these extra little wings we can pop up, or we can adhere so they're like slightly catty corner. So you have the two wings. Does that make sense? Just to get a different look out of what we have. Where did you get the pounce brush that you used with the perfect pearls? They sell them by themselves, or you can get them in a kit. I have them linked in the supply list, Dawn. You can get a single or you can get a 2-pack. I usually buy the 2-pack because that way I always have as many as I need. Okay. All right, so we're going to put this on here. Oh, I got to get the little antennas too. Oh, Debbie, thank you so much. That's so kind. Oh, I didn't even know that there was a C9 unboxing tonight. All right, so for this one, I am going to adhere it, like I said, a slightly off. So it's still going to be tucked up underneath the body, but I'm just going to cant them up a little. So instead of adhering them straight like this, I'm adhering them like this. And then that way we'll have the illusion of the double wings. Yeah, Dawn, I have never tried it, but you could even maybe like hit up your dollar store or something for like a cheaper fluffy paintbrush, and that would work as well. I got my original Perfect Pearls brush in a kit, like in a metallic kit that I bought. And then like it worked well, so I just stuck with it. But you could try something else. Yeah, I know. So Denise, this is so funny. This is so funny. When I was going to get the Perfect Pearls for because I had turquoise, which I really liked, but Honeybee online had the blue hydrangea. So I was like, okay, I'm gonna go get the blue hydrangea because I didn't have time to order it uh, from Honeybee. So I was like, I'll just go to the store, which was Michael's, and get the blue hydrangea, and then that way I'll be able to link to it, and everybody else will be able to get their things, which is important when you are doing a class if you want to buy the things. And so I went to Michael's and I couldn't find it anywhere. And so then I like pulled up the website and looked at it, and it says right underneath it, fulfilled by Honeybee Stamps. And I'm like, you gotta be kidding me. Like I went to the store to get it for the class that Honeybee is hosting for Honeybee to be the person that fulfills it for Michael's. Um, oh, the faces. Guys, we forgot to do the faces. Now I gotta dig them out. These, I think I've shared this with you before. This is so incredibly helpful to me because I am such a mess. These, okay, are magnetic ink holders that go on your glass mat. So that way they sit down and then they don't move. I do not use them for that. I use them to hold on to my dies, like when I'm making things, so that I don't just set them all over the place and lose them. Like they magnet right to it, and then I always know where the dies are, and it makes me so happy. Okay, I gotta put this little face on, and then I gotta glue this one on, and then I'll put that little face on. Yeah, normally I don't shop at a chain, but all of my local ones are gone. So I have to, like, if I have to get something local, I have to go to Michael's or a Hobby Lobby. It makes me sad because, like, there are so many crafters out there who probably don't even know, like, the stores that are available to them online and all of the amazing products they could be using because people like Michael's only carry like their own lines or very cheap products, unfortunately. Okay, so now I've got his little face on, or his little head on. I'm going to put his little face on. Maybe I don't want these on here. Why would I want pink antennas? I don't. Come on, come on. I just put it on. Don't let it be too late. I'm going to trim them off, I think, if I can get them. Release. Release the Kraken. Oh, that one might be too far gone. Let me see if I can scrape it off. Oh, I think I might be able to get it. That way I can keep my little gray antennas. Let me bend them back and just clip them off. There we go. Okay. Yeah, I have Hollows by me, which is a paper crafting store, but they don't carry a ton of stuff. They carry mostly paper. All right. All right, now we're going to need the Scout back again. I bought this. I bought the Scout during, I think it was like a Black Friday sale. from Honeybee. Honestly, one of the best decisions that I have ever made. I use this thing so much, and it's so much easier than getting the big honkin' thing up here. No regrets. Okay. I love hollows for envelopes and some paper, and that's about it. Yeah, same. Did you ever go to the rubber room when it was open? No, I don't even know what that is. Yeah, Michaels is also very heavily pushing the Cricut stuff. Not that Cricut doesn't have a place. I mean, I have a Cricut. It just is different. All right, let me see. Did this go all the way through? I ran it twice, so yeah. Just gonna take a little bit of poking. Come on. Okay, and there's this cute little face. We will cut this out of, I think we'll cut it out of white. Their little eyeballs and their little mouth. Look at his happy little face. He's a happy little guy. Okay. I'm going to cut this out of white because then it'll give me a white smile, and then I can color the little eyes black. Yeah, they pretty much eradicated all of the Tim Holtz stuff right out of there. I don't know why, but they do have a lot of home decor. You're not wrong about that, Dawn. Okay. And I am like this. There's a lot of stuff that like I think we try to like we do cut out of videos because they're a little bit more like time consuming things. And I think you really get to see in a live stream like all of the parts. So normally with pieces like this, I do cut two just in case because they're so small. If I lose the pieces, I don't want to have to come like get it out again. So I just cut two while I'm in there. I think they wanted to focus on their own store brand. That's every store though. You know what I mean? Like they're even other, well, Honeybee is a paper crafting store, but they started out as a brand and then expanded. But there's other stores that started out as a paper crafting store and then expanded into a brand. And like they still carry other people's stuff, but they're obviously their main promotion is their own items, which I mean, hey, whatever works for you. So happy to be able to catch a live stream on my day off. Oh, good. Okay, so tell me, because it only just shows me your username. So tell me what your first name is, so that way I can try to remember it. I try. I think I usually do okay-ish. All right, so we'll when we put these down, then we'll put their little faces back in. We need to continue building out our happy little caterpillar. Okay. That's what I mean. Like, I feel like Michaels and like the other places are doing crafters such a disservice because they're not really showing them all of the wonderful things that they could be using or could be making. It's really like they're just looking at, you know, what is available in that store and thinking like that's all that's available. And you want to be like, no, there's better stencils out there than this. There's better You know, there's better stamps. Like they're not, get a photopolymer stamp. Don't buy the acrylic ones. They're trash. They don't stamp good. Oh, Shelly, thank you. What is this? This is, I think it's terracotta from Orly. It's old though. I don't know if they still make it. It's one of my favorite summer colors. And then when I go to expand it, because you guys know, like I have to, I'm not repainting my nails like 600 times. I used to back before I had kids, and then I enjoyed it and I had time to do it. So now, in order to extend my manicure, when I start to get like tip wear, I just repaint the tips and then I put a glitter over top of it. And I call it good. It works. Okay. This, I don't even, is Lori even still in here? I haven't seen her, but Lori, thank you so much for the rainbow caterpillar idea. This is fabulous. Look at how cute this guy is. I adore him. Or her. Okay. All righty. Let me get that lined up. Look at how cute. That is the cutest little rainbow caterpillar I ever did see. Okay. Oh, I love nail polish. Big, big fan. Always have been. My mom got her nails done for years and years, and it was 100% my fault because when I turned 13, what I wanted for my birthday was to go get a manicure, and that's what I went and got acrylic nails, and that was my birthday gift, and she went with me, obviously. And then she had acrylics. Well, she ended up switching to gel nails when those came out, but yeah, she always had her nails done from then on. In fact, it's funny how like different things stay with you. Like I have one nail polish color. It's like a corally shimmery color I cannot wear anymore because that was like it looks like just like the color that I painted my mom's nails the last time I painted her nails. So someday, hopefully I'll be able to wear it again, but it ain't going to be any day soon. That's for sure. Okay. So now we're going to kind of build this out. Oh, I just knocked all my grasses on the floor. Don't roll over them with the chair. That's the goal. Okay. All right. Wanda, is that the, did she tell me her name and I missed it? The other lady? No, she didn't. All right, what is it? Andrea. Oh my gosh, I'm trying to read your name and it says right underneath there. Andrea, longtime subscriber. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for popping in. Oh, Lord. Okay. So this is kind of fun. We haven't done it yet because we're waiting for our caterpillars to come. But so Peanut does a flower fundraiser every year. And so I always obviously buy from his flower fundraiser. And I just planted them in urns actually on Monday. But anywho, so we ordered his thing, but in there, the nursery that they were ordering from offered butterfly kits, like where you could, get the caterpillars and then you could hatch your own butterflies. So I did buy them for Caitlin. And so I'm very excited about, she is also excited about that because they do them at her daycare as well. So I'm going to scoot this over so that way because see how it's the exact same die. I don't want them to be exactly the same. So I'm kind of mixing them up a little bit there. And then that way when we trim them off, like it won't look like the grass is identical. Know what I'm saying? Okay. So I think maybe we'll just add some ink blending to the bottom. I think that's going to be the best way to add a little bit of depth and dimension without being wild and crazy. So I think that's what I'm going to do. And I think for this one, I'll just do some Uncharted Mariner because I don't think you're going to be able to see a ton of it. What do we pick? Mowed Lawn and that's Twisted Citron. And then what do I need? I need I need Uncharted Mariner. Oh, you know what? I bet you that's my blue one. It is. I think I just threw these up here because that's a navy. See, I just did it again and then it fell. Okay. That's not right. That's an oxide. Kelly, get your stuff together, girl. There's also an oxide. Why? What did I do with oxides recently that they would even? Oh, the vellum, the sunflower. I was like, why would these oxides even be out here? I don't even use oxides, but that tracks. That does make sense. All right, just gonna scoot these over. So I'm just gonna. And this just helps, to add, if you don't want to spend all of your time coloring, which I get, not everybody does. I would spend all of my time coloring. But this is just a nice way that you can add a little bit of dimension without having really to put in like a ton of work. Okay. And then that'll go. See, doesn't that just make a world of difference? I really feel like it does. And then for this one, because we have kind of a large, expansive area, I'm going to do both. I used to have a bunch of Sizzix dies, and this is like no shame. I'm just telling you why I stopped using them. When they started suing everybody. Like they were running Stephanie from Stamps of Life out of business. They were closing businesses because they were suing people, trying to like corner the market on dyes. And they had to get a bunch of attorneys and pay. And Hero Arts, that was the other one, that they went after. So I'm like, oh yeah, we're done. We don't have no business together no more. Okay. And then I'm going to go over with the Mowed Lawn to have that blend out a little bit more. Okay. And then that one will go here. Like it really, like it makes it look. Yeah, but the woman who did the Misty actually made the Misty in her garage. So she had a legitimate claim, like it was her intellectual property, and larger companies were trying to rip her off. Not that I necessarily agree with all of her business endeavors, but in that case, she was 100% justified. like it was her design. And she had a copyright, and they were trying to undercut her and make it cheaper because she was a smaller business. All right. So this one, like I said, we're just using the Uncharted Mariner. Okay. There we go. I gotta make sure, like I'm trying to make sure I bring it up high enough that you're even gonna be able to see it. Look at, I got my little fingernails. Okay. Yeah, I think the arrangement that they, and don't quote me because I'm not 100% sure. I think the arrangement that they came up with was that they could still sell the other one overseas. They just couldn't sell it in the US. I think that was the arrangement that they came up with. All right, and then for this one, I'll just use the mowed lawn. I feel like that's really adding a great amount of depth. Okay. I have to send my son. Oh, I just heard him come in the door. I'm too late. So I have to send him a text message and be like, hey, I'm still in my life. I didn't realize what time it was. Okay. We'll see if he pops his head in here or if he checks his phone. I do like the stamp wheel very much, Denise. Yeah, I think that's a good one. I think that one was determined that it was different because it doesn't have the hinges. But anyway, so, all right, so we've got all of these down now. Now let's work on, for these ones, I am going to use a little bit of color, like markers coloring versus ink blending. So I'm not going to do anything crazy. I'm just going to kind of keep it nice and simple. All right. Well, I might as well get out the 9 because I'm going to need it for this one. All right. So we're going to do our purples first. I'm going to zoom us in. It's 3:14 here. Yeah, he gets off the bus at 10 after 3. So that's why I was like, oh, I'm too late. But that's okay. All right. So we're coloring on colored cardstock. If I wasn't doing the dragonfly, I probably would have left this one off. But since I am doing the dragonfly, I need a little bit more dimension. And since I need them to match, I'm going to have to use it on the little tushy of the caterpillar as well. So we're just going to go right around the bottom and a little up the back just because he's the last piece. And then we'll go over that, kind of flicking in. And then the VO4. Okay. Here, I'm going to go in. You could absolutely do this before you glue them together. I'm being lazy. And then we're going to come up from the center here. And then same thing over here. I'm just going to go around the edge. There's not a lot of real estate back there, so I'm not being too heavy-handed with my darks. There we go. Okay. I never get rid of tools. Yeah, I keep most everything. Um, like doing the mystery boxes really freed me up because just couldn't bring myself to like just get rid of it. But doing the mystery boxes makes it so that um, a lot of those things go on to other homes. And my mystery boxes have like they have stamps in it, they have dies in it, they have inks in it, they have papers in it, they have embellishments in it. Like they're just chock full of stuff. I typically only do them in the fall, though. My sister did tell me the other day, like, you have enough stuff down there to do them again if you want to. I just haven't done it yet. Okay. So I'm happy with the way that this is, the dimension on this. So then we're going to move on to the next one. I must have been coloring something because I have a bunch of markers sitting out here. All right, so for the blue one, again, there's nothing to compare it to, so I'm just going to be 2 colors. So, oh, Beth, sell it to me. Do you, what is she selling? I love when other crafters are like, hey, I'm getting rid of stuff. Let me share. Yeah, it doesn't, now that I know they're going to good homes, it hurts me less. Okay. And then 17. What was I coloring? Oh, my sister's birthday card. That's why it's complete chaos. That makes so much more sense. You know what I'm going to use? Because I'm going to end up using this for like the shadow on the grasses. So I might as well just bring in the third color. My sister's birthday card. That is why it was complete chaos, which I'll have that video. I made a fun fold card, guys. So different for me, but I thought it came out really adorable. Okay. And then the yellow we'll also use to color the I have 2 Y08s. Which one is the one that's full? It ain't that one. And then wire 24 and an E99. Got my marker. Okay. So this one again has more. We're not going to use all of them for the caterpillar, but it has more because we're going to do the flowers. Yeah, if you guys are on Facebook, like a lot of times they'll have like crafty resale stuff. So like you could do the same thing. Like I just get the medium rate shipping boxes and then I just fill them to the brim. I fill them and fill them and fill them and fill them until I can't get nothing else in there. And then I get rid of that. All right. So for these ones, I'm going to go around here. And then I'm going to go around with my mid-tone. These daffodil dies are made to be shakers. So if you wanted to do a little shaker card with the daffodils. And then these ones I'm actually going to flick out kind of into the center. To give it some more, oh, missed one, dimension. I wish I had a crafty thrift store nearby. I don't. That is a perfect way to get rid of your things. Okay. I did kind of forget myself here. I said I was going to do it simple, And then I pulled out all 4 colors, and now it is what it is. So my apologies. Okay. Oh, that's true. Have you seen the hype over Deanna Griffin? I don't know what that is. Oh, Wanda, you're so kind. Thank you. Coffee. All right. I'm going to do this one. I'm going to have to Google it now. All right, Dawn, you got me intrigued. I'm going to have to Google this embossing folder. Okay. And then the lightest color just to blend everything out. All right, now we have the orange, because now I'm committed to this gig. Okay, the orange. Interesting. $200? What? Oh, scroll back in these. I saw it on eBay and the bids are up to almost $200. $200 for an embossing folder? Absolutely not. I don't want to yuck anybody else's yum, but I would not, no. I would not be paying that. Okay. So then here, I'm going to do little triangles where it dips in to help really make it look like it's fluted. And then I went around the centers, the little stamens, so that I can make them look like they are lighter. So then when we go in with our next color, we're just going to make those triangles a little bit bigger and go right over top of that darker color. And then around these as well. And then these, we're really going to connect those to the center, go over them just slightly, and then our lightest color we're just going to blend out from the center. So that way we'll still leave some of that cardstock color on the very edges. Do that again. Yeah, I can't remember what card we made. Oh, it was the poppies. And I even slowed down the video so that I was coloring in real time, like real-time coloring. And that video was still only like 15 minutes long or 16 minutes long because in the video, in the live, I colored 3 of them. Well, I obviously don't need to show the coloring of all 3 of them in the video. You know, you can watch it back. And it was so quick. But I'm like, the poor people in the live had to suffer through me coloring the whole the whole thing. All right, so for this, I'm going to skip the darkest color And I'm just going to go in with the mid-tone, the dark mid-tone. And then his head will stick out further than his body. So I'm going to add a little bit of shadow up there too. That'll be the only section that'll have it. And then the lightest color. Okay. Now I want to go back. Oh no, I got to do these. The darkest color, I'm going to go on the inside of that stitched line and make like that little C shape. I'm going to go back over that with the dark mid-tone and extend it out. Then with the light mid-tone, I'll finish filling in that corner and kind of blend it up. And then the lightest color. There we go. Oh, you see my shorts on Instagram a lot? Good. I'm glad. It means I'm not putting in work for nothing. YouTube gives me no choice. I have to be out there marketing myself. Okay, so now for the stamen, I'm just going to pick one side. Usually for me, it's the bottom left. I'm going to add a little bit of that darker color and then get it with them yellows so that they look a little different. Okay, and then those daffodils are done. Now we're moving on to our pinks. Okay. 2, 4, 6, 9. Not how the cheer goes, but that's what we're working with today. I like the snarky shorts best. So Beth, I do like the snarky shorts best. I also like to be myself. But I don't always have something snarky to say about everything. All right. So we just gave him like a magenta beard here. No one suffers watching you color. Debbie, that's not true. There's some people who complain about my color, which is crazy that you would watch one of my videos or one of my live streams and then be like, why are you coloring so much? I feel like maybe we have not met before. But yeah, some people don't like it. All right. So now let's do our flowers. This one's pretty much going to be pretty similar, where we're going to take the darker part around the center. And then, but for the darkest color, I am going to flick this just a little bit into the other petals. I don't get it so much anymore because not all my videos include story time like they used to, which is for twofold. One, because I now work from home and I don't have as many stories. I like when you mock your own obsessiveness. Well, I do that a lot. Oh, hi, Diane. So, like the story time isn't included as much because I work from home now. And so I don't have as much interaction with the outside world. So I don't have as many stories. But then also story time isn't necessarily included as much because I don't like, I run out of stuff to say, like, because I just, like, there isn't always something super interesting or fun or whatever happening with my kids. And I'm making more videos now than I ever did before, because before it was my hobby and now it's my job. So like sometimes even if there is a lot of stuff going on, I don't have as many stories to tell. And then I need to refill this marker, but I think we'll be able to limp our way through. Don't do what I do, do what I say. So let me, like, I have the yellow there and I don't want to pick it up, so let me scoot this over. And then sometimes I do just genuinely want to be able to give you guys like instruction, and the video isn't long enough to include everything. But when I did have story time in every video, there was always somebody who would be like, just get to the point. Why are you chatting so much? Nobody cares. Blah, 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 blah. And I was like, oh, okay. I'm not the channel for you. Like, just so we're clear, I am not the channel for you. Okay. So let me see if I had to go to the store and buy a C3, guys, because I lost it. I need a C7. There it is. All right. Let me get my business in order. Okay. When I get settled in, I want someday to do an online crafting with friends on YouTube or Zoom. So I actually have thought about doing something like that, like where we could all just like chit chat and just make what we're making, but we could all see each other. I think that would be really fun. All right. I'm not going to do even though there's like stitching there, I'm not going to do each individual section. I'm just going to shade the separate pieces parts. Okay. And then the one you're not even going to be able to see. It's really just to blend it into the cardstock. Okay. So now he has a little bit more dimension. This one definitely, like, I'm just going to use the, for some reason my screen changed. Okay. I'm just going to use these to get his little feet, just with a little bit of shadow. Okay. All right, now what's left? The teal. Alrighty. And this is going to be, we're going to go, no, I guess we'll do a 3. We'll do a 3. Is this going to be dark enough? We have to do a little practice run here and see. What about your nighttime videos with Dawn? So Dawn is waiting on me. We're set. We are going to do it, but Dawn is waiting on me to find a date that works, because I'm the one who has littles. Like, Dawn's evenings are open. I am the one who has the little ones, so I'm the one who complicates things. All right. So this is what we're going with for these. Oh, Sharon, that's wonderful. Did you have so much fun making it? I'm so glad you're using the techniques for other cards. That makes me so happy. All right. So we're just kind of coming out from the bottom, and then I'm going to add a little bit of shading from the top down. And then we're going to do the 49. And then blend it out with the 45. Okay. Like, and then I really feel like that's going to like stand out. Yeah, that's good. Maybe I'll do these darker and the other ones lighter, so that there's a little bit of difference. between them. Unfiltered Kelly and Dawn. I don't know. I don't know that the craft world is ready for us to be unfiltered completely. But it will definitely be a late night talk show. It will not be a daytime talk show. Just so we're clear, because that's not for everybody. All right. So now I'm going to lose this one, and I'm going to bring in the 57 so that these will be a little bit lighter. Yeah, don't think you're coming to Dawn and Kelly's late night talk show and there's going to be adult themes. I do need to get, there's some, you guys are such rock stars. Those of you who are in my Facebook groups for my classes, you guys are so fantastic about like having conversation, encouraging each other. I have not had a chance to get in there and comment yet, just because we had Memorial Day, my sister's birthday, Nathan's birthday, you know, all of the things. I'm actually not going to go in with the BG45. I really like this, the way that this is looking, so I'm going to leave those. Sharon, you'd love a Dawn and Kelly show. We hope people will love it, but again, that's not going to be for everyone, and that is okay. And then for the these ones, we're just going to do a little bit kind of from the top because I don't know where the leaves are going to connect yet. All right, I think that's, oh no, the eyeballs. Maybe I'll leave them white. Let's look at them. Let's look and see what they look like. Don't be like that. Don't be like that. Where's my tweezers? Buried underneath my markers. Here. Let's see if I like this. No, I think we need to, we listen and we don't judge. Oh, Sharon, that's funny. All right, let me try to color these black and see if I like that better. I don't love the white eyeballs. Okay. Now let's put them back in. You can't even see this because I'm down too far. Okay. That's cute. Do I like the white smile? Oh, Denise, I'm not worried about you, but there are other people. There are other people in the craft industry who are like, I used to, when I used to do Periscope, which was eons ago. I'm going to leave the white smile, I think. I would write a note because people would just like pop in, you know what I mean? And it's a crafting channel. So I'm sure they're not thinking like there's going to be all these potty words. But it was my crafting channel. So there was potty words. And, so I would write a note and I would just leave it at the top of my screen here that said, I say swear words. Like, you all should be aware before you bring your children in. my daughter got my sister the other day. My sister was talking about her son's dog who had an accident in her house. And she was like, I did not want to get off of work and do my grass and everything else and then have to come in the house and clean up pee and a swear for poop. And my here comes my little 4-year-old, Aunt Michelle, we don't say that. And she says it. And my sister was like, you know what, Caitlin, you're right. And she was like, but I didn't miss that you took the opportunity to say it yourself. What's the tips of your tweezers? It seems to be sticky. Oh, it's not, girl, it's just glue. It's just glue from using them. But you could put a little bit of like Tempo Monomote glue on there on purpose. But these are just old and worn and they have glue on them. I've noticed at crops that the atmosphere seems to get a little bit raunchy after 6 p.m. Oh, Lord. I feel like 6 p.m. is a little early, but if you with me after midnight, I can't be responsible. You've made your own choices. Okay. This one. Let me back you up. Oh, look, you can kind of start to see a little bit of my mess. I'm not going to show it to you, though. I'm not going to show it all to you. Just don't look over here. Nothing to see. Okay. So now let's start building what we're doing here. My granddaughter heard me swear at home one time and said, Grandma, you used a car word. I said, what? She said, you only use those words in the car. That's hysterical. Because, yes, there are such a thing as car words. I agree. I did have to temper myself because she wasn't saying swears, but she was definitely picking up on my aggravation. So we would be like waiting at a stop sign and she would be like, what are these cars doing? Don't these people know how to drive? And I was like, that's 100% me. That is 1000% my own fault. And I have to teach her to be kind and gracious and not be putting other people down. So I had to get my stuff together and be like, listen, baby, okay, we're going to be kind to people. We're going to give them grace. We don't know what their day looks like. But yeah, that was 100% my fault. Oh, your husband was a pastor? Oh, yeah. I have a shirt that says, I love Jesus, but I cuss a little. And that's accurate. Very, very accurate for this girl anyway. Okay. I'm just going to lay this here because I want to put in my flowers. Okay, there's my little dragonfly. I need that for spacing. I still have the Puerto Rico song stuck in my head, just so we're clear. It's still hanging out there. It's like a little soundtrack. There. Now, remember, I already know that I'm chopping part of this off. So don't be upset when it happens. Because some people are like, oh no, you did all that work. And yes, I did. And I have fully intended to cut it off. So I'm not mad about it. My son went to Marine boot camp and came out with serious cussing. Yeah. Um, as mine definitely got worse because I worked in a police department for 20 years. Like I worked in a very male dominated field for a very long time. And I definitely did pick up some unsavory vocabulary. But to be fair, it's not completely their fault because I also had unsavory, like not as bad, not nearly as bad, but I did have some before I even worked there. So, but I remember my poor mother being like, Kelly Christine. I'm like, listen, Ma, you got to get over it. You got to get over it because this is who I am now. All right. Okay. I think that's good. I think this one is good. Yeah. Don't be too hard on him. Like here's the way that I view it. And I know that everybody views cussing differently, but like for what especially like military and stuff for what they have to go through and go in and see and all of that. Like if the worst thing that they come out with is a little bit of a potty mouth, then honestly, I'm going to let them have it. They've earned it. Oh, I swear all the time. All of the time. I think um I think like in the people who know me in real life were like, "Oh my gosh, how do you do YouTube videos like with your?" And I'm like, "Listen, I can, I can cut it off. I choose not to." Maybe we'll go this way and fill up that because I'll have a little one down there. Yeah, I worked with a guy. He was the best. His name was Luke, and he never swore. He would be like, "Holy shnikes." I mean, him and his, well, at the time it was his girlfriend, but now his wife, um, like, very, very much involved in their church. I mean, he never swore. And I remember when he got into his first pursuit, the guy jumped out of the car and, like jumped into this pond and Luke was like chasing him, like obviously out of the car, and then he bailed and then was into the pond. And Luke had to like chase him into the water and he got gross and like when he was arresting him and all this stuff. And when he came back, I was like, you mean to tell me you went through that whole thing and you didn't swear one time? And he goes, it was just me and him in the lake, so nobody will know. Nobody will ever know if I did or I didn't. And I was like, the Lord will know. It was very, very comical. Okay. You know what? I glued this down and I should have put this leaf down beforehand. Let me just prop that back up. Oh, that's funny. She won't cuss in front of you. My cousin, who is, I mean, she's grown. She was a smoker. I think she still is, honestly, for like the entirety of the time that I remember. And she was like, she's in her 50s and like she still will not smoke in front of her parents. I'm like, that is crazy to me. Like, girl, if you that committed, if you a 50-year smoker, like, I don't know. You do you, I guess. I mean, I guess it keeps her from smoking. So that's a side benefit. But I was just like shocked. Yes, I do, Karen. I try not to tell too many stories about him now as he gets older, um, because it is different and kids are mean. You know, I don't want him to be embarrassed by his mom telling stories about him. Okay, let me tuck that one in there. All right. go. And then we'll put this one up here. Like that. I think that's good. So now normally I would tell you guys, we've already done it now, but like this one right here, like I wish that I would have made him pink or yellow because then I would have had like a visual triangle, but we did what we did and it's not bad. It's not terrible. It'll be okay. All right. So now we could prop this up, like pop this part so that there was a little bit of, should we do that? Pop him, raise him up a little? No, because then how would I guess I could just glue a little piece of paper to the back of his eyeballs. Okay, fine. Oh, I'm just going to glue him down. And then, yeah, this scene is huge, isn't it? Is massive. I'm not used to. I just said I needed to glue a little piece to his eyeballs, and then I did nothing. I did nothing to make that happen. I literally just pulled this out of my trash can sitting over here. Well, my craft catcher trash can that always sits on my little desk over there. All right. Okay. That looks ridiculous, but nobody will know. From the front, nobody's going to know. There is more pink on the caterpillar. Oh, that's true. But there's also yellow and orange. Yeah, he's a little rainbow. We like him a lot. Okay. So let me get him in position. I got to get my grasses lined up. Okay. And then he'll go down here. And then we can just pop that up. That'll be fun. Where I had some that was open, I thought. Maybe my child ran out with it. No, here it is. I'm like, that's a distinct possibility. I blame my children. If my stuff goes missing, typically I blame my children. And that probably sounds a little harsh. But the other day I went downstairs. What was I looking for? I don't even know. And I found a pair of my tweezers that I had been looking for the day before, like down by his desk. And I was like, what are you doing with these? And he was like, oh, I was trying to do something. And then like 2 days after that, I found another pair of tweezers in his bedroom. I'm like, why are you taking my stuff, sir? All right. So let's put this down. Oh, look at how cute that is. And it's popped up, so it's got a little bit of dimension. Oh, I do like it. All right, so now maybe I wanted to do it this way originally. I just like that better. Maybe, do I tuck it behind? No. Do I put them down here? No. Maybe this way. I don't love that because then they're directly. All right. So I think maybe we're going to have to just cant them a little bit more. I'm going to tuck them behind the flower, I think. I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay. And now, so that they are making sense, I'm going to do this. I'm going to put a little strip behind this one too, so that my faces are matchy-matchy. Okay. And then put this under here. And then we have to do our detail work and our sentiment and stuff. But all right, let's. let's put them on. Okay. Scoot that. There we go. So the wings stay on. Okay. And now we got to do their faces. We can't forget about their little faces. Yeah, so I pulled my glue off, so I don't know. Let's see if I put a little glue on there, maybe. Yeah, I mean that works. No, apparently not. No, it does. You just got to be. Come with me. No, don't be rude. This one I might actually have to tweeze. There we go. And then, oh, there's no glue there. Oh, Lord. Actually, got to put the glue down, Kelly. Okay, and then I did lose my smile, so I gotta grab the extra, see how important it is to do those extras. Okay, then, all right. Now, we gotta do the sentiment. Which is just this little crawling by to say hi. I think maybe I could just put it down here. Well, no, I think it'll be better down here. So let me find the same green. Do you guys have, like, you'll maybe share your Facebook names or your Instagram names so that you can private message on one of those applications? Okay. I'm just going to do it in black. I think that's very fitting, the little crawling by to say hi. Very cute. Okay. And then I'm just going to trim this into a little label with just like a little square. I'm going to do this one first, this side first. Trash. Okay, and then that way I can just put that down there. I'm of course going to do the little ink blending so they blend in together. I have Facebook and IG, but I struggle with IG. I like Instagram. I do say it's like I have them where they're like cross posted, but I am more interactive, I think, on Instagram. Okay, so we'll put that one down there. Let me just wipe up this. Okay, crawling by to say hi. Okay. And then let's trim. This is, get my big shears, my favorite. Such good scissors. Totally worth the dollars. Okay, and then this side is going to be a little bit more challenging because I have that foam tape, but that's all right. We'll just take our time. Okay, there we go. I think it's looking very adorable. All right, now for the details, which you know we will not be leaving off. Where's my white gel pen? Don't do this to me. I'm dropping stuff. All right, so we obviously need shimmery dragonfly wings. Well, we need shimmery everything, but definitely butterfly wings or dragonfly wings. Okay, and then we'll do our flowers. Okay, and then we'll do our caterpillar so that he's got like double the shimmer. All right, so now our little white gel pen, I'm going to mimic these little stitch lines for some added detail onto our little dragonfly. And then do like a little on his body. I'm going to do some little dots. Just to kind of break that up a little bit. I'm going to do a little highlight on the center of the flower. I'm going to get these guys in the middle, the little seeds in the middle, the little stamen. And then I think I'm going to do just like a little highlight on the peaks of the cone to help that kind of stand out a little bit. I have to remember, like I have to tell myself, like rein it in. It doesn't always have to be crazy because then sometimes it can be too much. Do our little and then I'll get his little happy little highlights. And I'm only going to do that one on his face, because then I'm going to do, it's a 10. You got to get the Jelly Roll 10. The 10. The fine one, the 8, that's no good. Okay. So then we're going to add this is Stardust Stickles. So we're going to add that little bit of glitter to our dragonfly wings. I'm going to add it into the center of the flowers here. I'm going to do just like a little stripe on the petals, just so they have a little something extra. I don't know. I feel like this card should be like, it's already big. We should make it a little bit more over the top. And then do the little stamen. And then this little guy, I'm going to do the little glitters all across, like a little highlight, and make him all glittery. Oh, I forgot to give him ground. I got to give him ground. He's floating in this grass. All right, these are the same greens that we used to color. So for the darkest ones, I just went right underneath his feet, the darkest color, and then I'm going to start to blend those out with the mid-tone. And then with the lightest color, I'll connect all of them. But I want to make sure that I'm keeping a gap in between. Like I'm not taking the green all the way up, because he is lifted up on his legs. So there would be a little bit of a gap there. And then I think that's it. So let's go back here. Hello, friends. Okay. I think it came out so cute. A 5x7 was not what I was intending on making. But I have no regrets, because it totally, like, big flowers, little caterpillar. That was absolutely my intention. I feel like it's definitely giving those vibes. The rainbow caterpillar is, stop it, adorable. Okay, it looks like I'm getting another stamp set and possibly the dies, but that is way too much work with 2 little bits. I do agree. Like, it does struggle for me, and this would have been way easier if I would have done it as a rainbow. I have no regrets about that. But very cute. These ones are super easy to put together, because it's just like the wings and the body. Like, that's it. So anyway, thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I know it was kind of a long one today, a little bit longer than I intended, just because we had so much going on. But again, no regrets. I think it's so cute. So I will be live tonight over on the Honeybee channel for their release. And then, like I said, I'll have that announcement of that scene class coming up. So thank you guys so much for hanging out with me. I'm so glad that you enjoyed it as much as I did. And I will see you on the next one. Okay? All right. Bye, guys.